Hi, you're listening to Inside the Play. I'm with.
Chris Knox.
And Aiden Marvachti.
I'm going to run down these scores and we'll get to talking. All right. On Thursday, on November 10th, we had the Falcons-Panthers. Panthers win 25-15. Seahawks-Bucks. Buccaneers win 21-16. Lions-Bears. Lions win 31-30. Browns-Dolphins. Dolphins win 39-17. Broncos-Titans. Titans win 17-10. Vikings-Bills. Vikings win 33-30. Texans-Giants. Giants win 24-16. Jaguars-Chiefs. Chiefs win 27-17. Steelers Saints. Steelers win 20-10. Colts Raiders. Colts win 25-20. Cardinals Rams. Cardinals win 27-17. Cowboys Packers. Packers win 31-28. Chargers 49ers. 49ers win 22-16. And Commanders Eagles. Commanders win 32-21.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what do you guys want to start with? Honestly, I know what you want to start with, to be honest. Chris, I promised him last week that if the Commanders somehow won, I'd give him a 90-second segment. So I let him go.
Yo, Eagles fans. You guys thought you was going undefeated. Little did you know Taylor Heineke was going to come up there Monday night and beat y'all. I will admit, after y'all had that strip fumble, I thought y'all were going to beat us. Okay. But then, Washington got on a roll. And let's just say we beat y'all, So, Eagles fans, y'all can cry all you want about the face mask penalty,
God.
but here we go. Cry, Eagles, cry. Y'all suck. Y'all are not good. You just got exposed by a 4-5 team.
All right. Chris, the formerly undefeated Eagles fall to the Commanders and move to 8-1 with one of the most impressive games, I got to say, I've seen from the Commanders. And, the real question is Heineke that guy? I think, yes, he is. Ron Rivera is going to make this decision coming up this next week against the Texans, and we'll find out who's QB1. The Eagles got humbled big time. I mean, Aiden, you want to say anything?
Yeah, I'll say something. Only thing I want to say is I second every single thing that Christopher said. I second every single thing. Cry, Eagles, cry. Let's go. Commanders dub.
Yeah, I'm proud of that team. Vikings versus Bills with one of probably the game of the year for the NFL season this year. The Vikings barely came back 33-30, and Josh Allen totally fumbled the game once again for the second week in a row after losing to the Jets. And the Bills are now falling into third place in the AFC East with a 6-3 record. I mean,
That's crazy.
the thing about this Bills team is I see no improvements that need to be made.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this team needs. And maybe the answer was you, Chris. Maybe you know. Or someone knows here.
Honestly, I mean, the Bills played a good game, against the Vikings. Like I said,
They were not supposed to lose that game.
No, they weren't supposed to. I mean, they were, backed up in their own end zone when they were trying to take the knee, They just happened to fumble the snap, I mean,
Yeah, I was going to say, Josh Allen literally fumbled the game away.
Yeah,
literally.
he did. I mean, he had the chance to go down the field, redemption himself,
Yeah, chance to finish the game with that.
Yeah,
in overtime.
Because, you look at the game and you look at Josh Allen, how he played and everything, and he played good the whole game. You can't really get on him about anything, but just I guess maybe it's because he's young or something like that, but he's been in situations like this before, so you wonder. But the pass that he threw that actually got intercepted was a terrible pass, and when you watch it, it's just like, who is he even trying to throw to? You know what I mean? So it just was – I don't know if it's because of his age, but it's something there, I think, with
That Bills
him.
defense crumbled way too.
Yeah,
that's true.
They got tired, I guess, and it just fell apart, just
Well,
like how the Commanders fell apart last week.
And that Jefferson catch, which, by the way, is probably the best catch I've ever seen. Yeah.
Honestly, better than Odell's catch.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
Honestly.
But
the dude was in coverage and
literally grabbed the ball with
out of both of his hands.
Very hard to do.
But I was talking to some people that I know about it, and if he would have just swatted it rather than try to pick it.
4th and 18. That's the craziest part.
Exactly. Well, what's up with the Vikings and miracles? You know what I mean? Remember the Saints, bro?
They got that Kirk Cousins magic.
Yeah, for real.
Miracle
That's awesome.
And, I still don't think Kirk Cousins is that guy.
Dude, you're just salty. You're just
Nah.
Hold on, Eric.
Dude,
You mean
Justin
Kirk-
Jefferson is literally bullying this guy ahead. Like,
That's very true.
like-
Someone was like, I wonder
Hey.
what his quarterback rating is compared to like when he passes to anybody but Jefferson.
you've
and
seen it
Jefferson.
without Justin
Yeah.
Jefferson. He's not that good.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
true.
hey, look, instead of Kirk Cousins, Kirk Thuggins.
Yeah, well, and Kirk was throwing some dimes too. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Boo. The Vikings are moving up to 7-1 now?
best
team in the
8-1 NFL,
Best team in the NFC,
NFC.
I think.
yeah.
I think the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, just because they're the
Really?
Chiefs. Yeah, I mean
Well,
that's just the Chiefs, man.
I think the Eagles are better than the Vikings.
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, because
So,
I mean they've kind of proven that already.
yeah.
We'll move on to the Colts. Well, this is a little small story right here. Last week, their former coach Frank got fired, and Jeff Saturday, old center for a former Colt and 1-year Packer, came in to coach out of nowhere. Was called up pretty much, and Colts just won against the Raiders, barely in a very lucky game, and the Raiders have now fallen to 2-7, I think. 2-7 after a huge offseason for them, and it's just not the team no one expected. And
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, when it comes to the Colts, over the game with the Raiders, sometimes you go out there and things fall apart, but sometimes you go out there and things work. You know what I mean? Like Matt Ryan, who just got a starting job back, threw for 222 yards and a touchdown with like 7 incompletions.
That guy.
And Jonathan Taylor, he had sorry, I'm trying to look. Yeah, he smoked him. He smoked him. There's some
Yeah,
stats, but he
pretty
smoked
much.
them. That's all you
Yeah.
need to know. So
Yeah, well, I mean, working with that Colts running game, if you do that well, you're gonna win every game. You know it.
Hey, quick question. Did y'all see that tweet where Jeff Saturday, like a month ago, right before Halloween or something like that,
Before he was coaching.
yeah, before he was even coaching, he was like, he tweeted out, it was like, the Raiders look horrible. And next thing you know, he just beat the Raiders,
yeah,
you know?
I wonder what's wrong with that team.
Yeah, I don't know. Derek Carr was almost crying after a press conference after the game too, and pretty much begging for help for this team.
Yeah.
So Raiders are continuing to lose now. We'll move on to the Cowboys late night game on Sunday night. Packers beat them in Lambeau, 31-28, and the Packers have moved up to 4-6 now. Now I want to talk about this. First of all, the Packers have kept their playoff hopes alive, possibly, but I also want to talk about this: the Cowboys and the NFC East. The Commanders, they beat the Packers.
Yeah.
Cowboys struggled against the Packers. Okay, it could be because it's late nights in Lambeau, but it asked you questions. Got a couple games running up. Who is really the king besides the Eagles?
Yeah,
Who is going to be that wild card king in that NFC East
and the other Giants
matchup? Because now you just had the Giants that barely beat the Texans and have yet to even go against the Eagles or the Commanders
And well,
and the Cowboys, I think.
when you talk about NFC, and if we're getting into NFC right now, NFC East, if you look at the game plans, like how hard we stopped Philly's run, think about how much the Giants run the ball. So if we can come out there playing defense as we did against Philly, against the Giants when we play them, then might have a similar result.
Just got one thing for Cowboy fans. How about them Cowboys?
I mean, I really do start to ask this, though, because the Giants have lost to the Seahawks and they have lost to the Cowboys. This is the only games they've lost. And you look at every other game they've won, barely beat the Titans by 1 point. They beat the Ravens by 4 points in a lucky game. And they could barely go against the Packers and Titans, like I said. And they could barely win a game against the Panthers. So I wonder about this team. Is the Giants really that good of a team? And them having to compete with the Texans like that? And when they actually verse an AFC powerhouse like the Seahawks get blown out like that? I mean NFC, yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, they got the Lions on Sunday. I'm thinking this should be an easy win, but we know how the Lions are.
Yeah, they always fight. They
Those-
fight.
yeah.
And they just beat the
They just beat the Bears.
Lions
just beat
the Bears.
21-20.
Barely got lucky.
even
Yeah.
though Justin Fields had another insane.
Yeah, 31-30.
Yeah, Justin Fields keeps pulling these insane games.
He does.
Yeah.
And it's weird because last year you're thinking this guy's about to get traded away.
Yeah,
and
think
then
about
he
Justin
starts-
Fields. He's not having good passing games He's having great rushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's having okay passing.
Yeah.
games. I don't know.
Well, going back to what we said about the Packers and Cowboys game, just this is kind of off topic a little bit, but the rookie receiver Christian Watson, 4 receptions for 3 touchdowns, 107 yards.
Oh, he's a
So it sounds like and that's the guy who dropped
Yeah.
the Hail Mary first game of the season. So it sounds like there's some trust built up there, and it looks like Aaron Rodgers is getting back to his
he
old
straight
self.
up owns the Cowboys. Aaron Rodgers straight up owns the Cowboys. You know, and Christian Watson. It was Trayvon Diggs guarding Christian Watson at all? I want to say he was a couple of times.
Probably a couple times.
Yeah.
Trayvon Diggs is a dog.
No. Did you? No. You did not just say that.
Did you see him against Terry McLaurin?
Bro, there was a couple of calls that the refs missed, okay?
That's right.
Okay? Don't worry.
I'll let you have that.
Don't worry.
But yeah.
We'll move on to the next talk right now. Honestly, I really like this game a lot. I woke up to watch this game. Bucks beat the Seahawks, one of my favorite teams of the NFL. What are the Seahawks for me? I think last week I did a hot take and said the Seahawks were the best team in the NFL. I've obviously been proven wrong. Tom Brady once again wins again. And looking like that divorce isn't even bothering him anymore. The Bucks now keep their NFC South spot at first place. And
Looks like they may be on a run.
Tampa Bay, Chris?
Yeah.
You think Tampa Bay's still alive?
Yeah.
I mean, I do think the Bucks obviously winning the NFC South now and doing some runs in the playoffs like how they always do. And God damn it, Tom Brady's back. Yeah, you hate to see it.
If they win the Super Bowl this year, I think Tom Brady does retire as a champion.
If they win the Super Bowl this year, I'm giving you the Super Bowl podcast episode the whole time. You
Yeah.
can talk the whole time.
If Tampa Bay wins the Super Bowl this year, then Tom Brady's getting his girl back. For real. That's all I gotta say.
And Antonio Brown will be salty.
Oh, did you guys see the text message?
Yeah, I did
you
see
see
about
that?
that.
Yeah, Antonio Brown's leaked the text message.
But it's like the nicest text message that makes the most sense
Yeah.
ever.
Gave
Like,
sympathy.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know. I just wonder.
Antonio
why.
Brown is the equivalent of like Kanye West.
Yeah, clown, bro. Ultimate clown, dude.
Yeah.
We'll move on. This is a little hot take by me. I think I said this earlier today, but Chiefs win. Patty Mahomes is on fire like always, and Patty Mahomes is now on an MVP run. And I got the Chiefs as the number 1 team in the power rankings. But now I talk about some talks about the MVP this year. You want to go with that, Chris? Because I know you were talking
Yeah.
about who has a chance to win the
Let's see.
Chris.
The four quarterbacks I saw for MVP. Because I followed the NFL on Fox on Instagram, and they were saying the 4 MVPs for quarterbacks that could possibly take it this year: Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Tua, and Jalen Hurts.
Mm.
I'm gonna cut down my list right now. It's not gonna be Tua, and it's not gonna be Jalen.
Why you say that?
Tua, he's got the stats.
He's not there yet.
He's just not there
He's
yet.
young.
Jalen Hurts,
Same.
I just don't see it. I mean, he had a somewhat of a good game the other night. Who cares? Washington beat him.
Well, I mean,
But Josh Allen and
yeah, right. Like,
but Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes, I think those are your top
Those
two.
are some actual really
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
anyone can go have a good year, you know.
Yeah,
But these Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes have proved it.
But I
Yeah.
feel like it's such an NFL thing to pick Jalen Hurts. It's such an NFL thing.
oh
well,
yeah, definitely.
It makes I
To,
don't know.
to me, if he can pick it up just a tiny bit more, I think Josh Allen all the way, just because he's been getting skimmed in the past for things surrounding
Yeah.
that, like accolades and things.
Kirk
So.
Cousins in that race too.
Kirk Thuggins.
Justin Jefferson should be in the race, not Kirk Cousins.
Speaking of the Dolphins absolutely torched the Browns in Miami.
Well, I mean, it's the Browns. What you expect?
Yeah, but they torched
Suck.
them. It wasn't even like a game. It was like it's like the Dolphins came in there. I mean, the Browns came in there and absolutely got torched. And that makes me look at the Dolphins and think 100% they're a top 5 team. Yeah, the Dolphins, when they're actually in a game where they need to win, they're actually playing a game they need to win. I mean, this Dolphins team has only lost games that they have missed their quarterback, it seems like,
Yeah.
and that one game against the Bengals, which Tua hurt himself anyways and got a concussion. So, yeah, the Dolphins are on fire. This team is crazy. And I think they're super under-talked about. They were super talked about at the start of the season, but I feel like when this team goes in the playoffs, this team is going to be scary.
Yeah, well, going back to the MVP thing, I know we said Tua is young and might not be there yet, but Jesus, his stats are insane. 285 yards and 3 touchdowns. And obviously they have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill who are helping him, but I mean,
Didn't he have like a 5-touchdown game against the Ravens and like 400 yards once?
something
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude
something
is crazy. I mean, when Tyreek Hill and him and Jalen Waddle are healthy, I mean that team is literally crazy.
Yeah.
So
You know
it's like a
what-
Madden team. It's like
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
built fantasy draft.
You know what would be a good matchup though in the
Hmm.
playoffs? Dolphins versus Chiefs.
Mm,
I
that would
feel
be
like
a good
that would be a
game.
good matchup.
Yeah, for sure. 'Cause
Tyreek Hill coming back.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say,
Dang, that's some revenge.
I
right
want to see that matchup for
I
the
want to see that
playoffs.
too.
But I mean, we still got a whole lot of season to go, so
Mm.
you never know what could happen down the stretch.
Speaking of a team you might see in the playoffs, the 49ers beating the
Mm.
Chargers, which Chris is not a big fan of the 49ers this year because they might take the little 8th spot from us.
Scary.
I think the 49ers are such an underrated team. I actually think they're a really good team.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I saw someone pick in the NFL, some dude in the NFL picked them as the best team in the NFL.
Bro,
Are you serious?
I
A
think
top 5 team. Wow.
their defense is underrated.
I mean, do you? I want to hear this from you guys.
Yeah.
Do you think the Vikings are a top 3 team? Above
Right
the
now.
Chiefs,
Yeah,
above the
yeah.
Bills, above the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
nah,
think-
I don't think above the Eagles, but I think
No,
I,
they're
I,
above the Eagles, my
I-
guy.
I think
But the Eagles beat them.
I don't care.
Well, bro. okay. Anyways, I think they're a top 5 team, but probably not top 3. Because I'd probably say my top 3 is Eagles, Eagles, Chiefs, and Dolphins. That's probably my top 3.
My top 3 would be Bills, Chiefs, and Vikings.
Really?
I'm surprised they didn't put Buccaneers on there for some reason.
I mean, the
Um,
Buccaneers. I mean, they're playing good, but they're also at a
Buccaneers keep that
like a
top three.
500 record right now. You know, so I mean, I don't know. It's kind of up and down.
Chris had a new idea for the show. He wanted to start doing it.
Hot
Hot
takes.
takes. He wants to have a hot takes.
Mhm.
All 3 of us have one hot take for the week. And Chris, since you brought up the idea, I'm gonna let you go first, big boy.
Okay, hot takes for the week. All right.
real quick before we do hot takes, I know we've been talking about winning teams, but the Broncos continue to struggle and lose, and Russell Wilson is playing probably the worst football he has ever played in the NFL.
Broncos country, let's ride.
He is failing. He is 19th in passing yards, 27th in touchdowns, 13th in interceptions, and he's I think 27th in quarterback rating. It's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible.
My Broncos team is some dookie, man.
Mhm.
I like some dookie. Did the Bengals play, by the way, this week?
Nah,
I-
No, I don't think they did.
I don't-
Bye week.
hold on. Did they?
I think they might have.
Hold on. Let's see.
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
No, they
No.
didn't.
Okay,
Okay, so y'all ready for my hot take?
I'm ready.
All right. So Sunday night it's the Chiefs and Chargers. It was originally supposed to be the Bengals and
Chargers
Steelers.
gonna win.
Here's my hot take. Mahomes has 5 touchdown passes and 400 yards against the Chargers.
Yeah, but you know the Chargers secondary is one of the best in the league.
No, wait, you're right, because the Chargers are like injured.
Are they?
They're like their whole team is missing.
Really?
They're 32nd
For
like,
real.
with injuries right
Actually?
Yeah.
Dang. Wow.
That's
now.
what I'm
It's
saying.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I think the Chiefs have like.
I feel bad for the Chargers.
Yeah, that sucks because
I
they could
like
be
the
good.
Chargers.
Me too.
I like Justin.
I like Justin- I
Herbert.
just-
I do too, but I mean, like, my God, it's just I look at the Chargers defense, and I'm just like, I don't know about these guys, you know. And now you got
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes coming in.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
don't play around. So.
Honestly, my hot take. This is like kind of a late season hot take. I have. Oh, by the way, the Cowboys and the Vikings are playing next week.
I'm taking Vikings.
But my hot take is honestly that the Dolphins will win the AFC East against the Bills.
I could see it. I could see it.
I mean, what do you think, Aiden?
What was your hot take?
I got the Dolphins winning that division, the
AFC?
AFC East against the Bills. Shoot, I had maybe possibly the Jets going second.
I don't. That's a hot take. That is
a
a hot
hot
take.
take.
But I don't think the first thing you said was a hot take. I could definitely see the Dolphins for sure. Did the Dolphins
Yeah,
the Dolphins
they
beat the Bills? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they got to play them again though. Soon.
and at first it's funny that we brought that up because I remember our first podcast. We're like, oh, whatever.
Bills Super Bowl.
Yeah, and we were saying Bill Super Bowl. We're like, whatever, shit happens or stuff happens. Sorry, stuff happens. And so, but now you see them losing more and more games, and you're like, maybe those flaws we saw at the beginning weren't just like mishaps, So,
You got a hot take?
yeah, I think my hot take is that the Colts get in the playoffs. That's my hot take.
That's a good hot take.
That's my hot
That's
take.
a good hot take.
That division really doesn't have any other competitors.
And
Here's the thing, though. If they get into the playoffs, they need the Titans to start losing some games because I'm telling you right now, I don't think they make the wild card. Because with the way the AFC,
the AFC's hard.
yeah, that's the
right
thing.
now.
I think they
AFC 's
would
tough.
have to win their division.
Yeah.
The only reason that I'm really saying that is just because Jonathan Taylor looks like he's starting to come back to his old form, and Matt Ryan looks like he was mad that he lost his starting
New coach,
job.
too.
So yeah, and Jeff Saturday looks like he's.
I mean, when you have
starting off
Jonathan
promising.
Taylor having like 22
I
carries,
had that team being like really good
yeah.
last season. I had them like beating over the Titans and stuff, so I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, and you look at my bad, but you look at the receivers, and it's no one that really stands out, but it's consistent numbers from everybody.
I mean, you got
Good
Pittman.
receptions.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
Pittman, Paris Campbell. That's like
Yeah.
a couple people. So
I mean, I think another hot take too. It's not even a hot take, but like all 4 teams in the NFC East make the playoffs.
I think that could happen, to be honest.
This is
I hope, bro. I hope it
crazy
happens.
division, dude. This division is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
yeah, that's wild.
Because like the Commanders have legitimately shown themselves that they're a good team in the NFL. They're 5-5.
You know
That's
what?
a good record.
Before, when I was watching the Dallas versus Green Bay game, it was before we beat the Eagles, of course, and they were like, "Man, look at this NFC East," and they're like, "Eagles undefeated." They're like, "Giants 7-2 or whatever." They're like, "Cowboys blah blah," and then they didn't even talk about the
Yeah, we
Commanders.
didn't even talk about Washington.
Carson Wentz
I
did.
was just like,
He brought that team down.
Yeah.
Not Terry McLaurin.
Taylor
Taylor
Heineke.
Heineke.
Taylor Heineke's exploded, man.
I tell
He's
you
having
what, if
himself a night.
Washington does not re-sign Taylor Heineke this offseason,
Yeah, he's on his last year of his contract.
As long as even as a backup, someone who can just lift people up in the locker room or something.
Carson Wentz needs to go.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz
I don't know where he could go after.
You should say the
but
thing
he
you
needs
told
to
me
go.
about the second round pick. You should say that.
Oh yeah. If the Commanders release the Wentz, they get their second round pick back, and they save like $20 million in cap space.
Yeah, that sounds like a good move to me.
Huge.
You know, if we were to release Carson Wentz this season, you know where I could see him going? I could see him going to maybe like, to be honest, I'm going to say Atlanta.
I think Atlanta might like Mariota.
Oh man, yeah, they like Mariota and Desmond Rider.
Probably
That's true.
Carolina, bro.
Carolina's not a bad choice, but they got Baker Mayfield and Sam
You want to hear something
Darnold.
crazy?
Oh, Sam Darnold. That's true.
Nah, Browns. Carson Wentz to the Browns makes so much sense.
about Deshaun
Deshaun Watson, it doesn't look good at all.
Yeah,
It looks
that's true.
horrible.
Yeah.
He had a horrible preseason.
Well,
Speaking of that, he comes back. I think.
He's
2 weeks?
he's
Yeah,
eligible
2
to
weeks.
practice.
Practicing now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How are we gonna call him bad if he hasn't even played in the
He had a
Regular
preseason
season.
game and he did horrible.
really?
He had a horrible preseason.
Yeah, he really.
But I mean, that also
That's
could be a hot
preseason
take.
though, so
Yeah, that's true. But
that's a good hot take that he's gonna
I
come
mean,
back and do bad. That's
maybe
a good-
Carson to the Patriots. I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like
I mean, this is too early to talk about.
Yeah,
I'm
it
thinking
is.
like how long is Russ on a contract for? A long time.
He's like
5
5
years.
years.
Oh, no, Broncos fans.
It's 200.
No.
Yeah. Russell Wilson's contract was $235 million. Something like that.
Yeah.
I feel so.
And
Anyways.
Devontae Adams contract out in Las Vegas, 5 years, $125 million, dude. I
That's
think
so much to the Raiders.
That's not bad.
Yo,
That's
once
not
once to the
bad.
Raiders. Once to the
That
Raiders.
makes sense.
Once to the
Anyways.
Raiders.
Worst team in the NFL go.
worst team in the NFL right now. I'm not going to say the Texans because I don't want to, jinx us.
don't say-
It
do
looks
not
so
say that.
funny if you said the Texans we lost this week.
Honestly, I'm going to say probably New Orleans.
Yeah.
New Orleans. Yeah, that's honestly. a good
I mean,
pick.
Yeah. Because I said
Mm.
Pittsburgh last week and Pittsburgh won.
Mm.
yeah,
I got the Raiders.
Raiders.
are just
Yeah.
a horrible team, man.
they are.
I don't know. I'm looking at Jaguars, but I think they still have some hope in their season, not for playoffs, but just to win some more games.
Yeah.
But I think worst team, I'll probably go with what Eric said as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do? Let's do best team.
The
Alright.
best team.
Not the Commanders, Chris.
I'm not going to say them. Kirk
Oh.
Thuggins and the Vikings.
I
I mean,
spent
they
all those
just-
money on those damn
Oh, my
Vikings
God, dude.
Commanders tickets, and you're making me feel like horrible right now.
Yeah.
Dude, I know we lost to them, okay?
That's why.
But I mean,
That's why. Yeah.
but
gotta
they
give them
are
their credit.
playing good
Yeah.
ball right now, and
They
you
are.
can't take that away
Chris's
from
hot
them.
take: if you beat the Commanders, you're the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, there you go. And the thing is, like, I know it was a thing where it's like, oh, they have a Mickey Mouse schedule and stuff. We even had said that earlier.
The Vikings, but out of all of them, they got pretty much probably the hardest in the NFC.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
against the Eagles,
Let's see their schedule for the rest of the year as I pull up on Playoff Predictor.
but
They got the Cowboys, the Patriots on Thanksgiving, then the Jets, Lions, Colts, Giants, Packers, and Bears.
and even like I was saying, even if it is a Mickey Mouse schedule, you still got to go out there and be the better team each week.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot. You know, they keep running it up. So I'm probably gonna say Vikings.
You got
Actually,
the
no.
Vikings.
I'll probably say Chiefs just because how
I
well
had
this
the
consistent
Chiefs
they
being
are.
bad.
literally the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
One thing I want to talk about before we end this later. AFC North is very interesting right now with two teams in particular, Ravens and Bengals. The Bengals are 5-4, and the Ravens are 6-3.
Hmm.
Got a hard little fight right here.
And hey,
Don't know who's gonna pull out of that, to be honest.
when Deshaun Watson gets back, if the Browns can do anything, there still is a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
There still is.
Lamar Jackson's some mid.
I don't know, but he plays.
Browns and Steelers the same record right now.
He plays the Titans this week though, and
Yeah.
so I know at least
That's
on,
always a good game.
on my fantasy app, he is projected to go off. So we'll
so
see.
you got the Bengals and Steelers on Sunday, and the Ravens.
Ravens hate the Titans.
They're not playing the Titans. They're playing the Panthers.
Panthers.
Oh, that's what I meant. That's why I was saying that.
Panthers.
Yeah. So
Lamar's about to go off.
yeah.
man. Yeah, the best team in the NFL by far for me is the Chiefs.
Mhm.
We're going with the most underrated team in the NFL now. And honestly, I'm going to say it. It's the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, it is.
Washington
It's got to be.
Commanders.
I mean, they the last
No bias
five
right
ga-
here, too.
Yeah.
No,
This is real.
yeah,
This
no
is real
bias.
life.
Completely honest.
No bias. The last 5 games, their record is 4-1 in the last 5 games.
And the loss was against the refs. Let's get real here. So
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. We would have beaten Minnesota if it wasn't for the refs.
I mean, no what ifs here. Either way, I still have them the most underrated team.
yeah, no matter
it's
what.
either the most underrated team, either that or the Patriots. Patriots are also a very underrated
Yes.
team. We both
Mhm.
have the same record.
Mhm.
But Commanders are over 500 now, and I could see them going pretty far. They got some 2 easy games coming up. I expect
Yeah.
the Commanders possibly going 7-5.
Only other sleeper team I can think of is the Jets, but they're kind of getting the credit now. So
I don't know.
Chris Hayden, you got anything else to say before I do the score predictions?
hail to the
Nah.
Commanders.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
gotta say.
pretty much.
Yeah, cry Eagles cry, I guess. We'll move into our score predictions for week 11 now. Can't believe it's week 11. We got 7 more
know,
weeks
it's
left in the
crazy.
NFL.
Sad.
And soon we'll be talking about the playoffs.
Mhm.
All right,
That's gonna be
tomorrow,
fun. That's
tomorrow
gonna be
night,
fun.
we got 8:15 Titans-Packers.
I'm going Titans.
I go Packers because on our little run right now.
I got Titans because they're just a better team overall.
Mhm.
Bears Falcons for Sunday.
Bears.
I'm gonna take the Falcons. Bears.
Yeah, Justin Fields. is
Justin
going.
Fields
Although
might
I
finally
wouldn't-
win a game.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't, be upset if the Bears won because it helps us out with the, the
Yeah.
playoff and
All right, Chris, I want to hear your opinion on this one. Eagles Colts.
Colts. I'm going
No
Colts.
way.
I'm going
dude.
Colts. I think
That's
Chris
fun.
has a point because
That's fun,
Jonathan
though.
Taylor could flame the Eagles.
Oh
if he
yeah,
really
that's true.
wanted
That's
to.
true. Yeah, I'll go Colts too. That's a fun prediction.
I got the Eagles just because they really probably want to win a game after losing. to the
Yeah,
Commanders.
that's a good point.
Jets Patriots.
I'm going Patriots.
All right,
Jets.
I got the Jets. I got the Patriots. I feel like the Patriots are actually the better team.
Yeah.
Washington or Texans?
Commanders.
Washington.
Yeah, all right, the Commanders. Rams Saints.
I'm taking the Rams.
Saints, man.
Saints. Yeah.
I mean, the Rams
I
gotta
mean-
win a game.
I
Well,
mean,
no
it
Cup,
is
no
in
Matt
the-
Stafford.
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah,
is in
I
the
got the Saints.
Superdome, so I could see going either way.
I got the Saints. Yeah.
I got Saints.
Browns Bills.
Bills.
I'm taking Bills.
Bills.
Yep.
Bills all
Sorry,
day.
Browns.
are gonna be at the stadium too. Excuse me. Panthers Ravens.
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 Yeah, Ravens gonna go off.
Yeah.
Lions Giants.
I'm taking the Giants. To be honest,
Yeah, I mean Giants are just kind of better.
unless the Lions, pull out like.
I want the Lions to win, but I think the
I
Giants.
want the
will.
Lions
Uh,
to win too, but honestly, I think
if
the
I'm being
Giants are
honest.
just gonna.
Are you ready for the absolute AFC West trash bowl?
Toilet
Yeah.
bowl.
Raiders Broncos.
Broncos.
I don't know, man. I think I got the Raiders.
Raiders. All right, this is the best game of the week by far.
Mm.
Cowboys Vikings.
Vikes.
Kirk Thuggins.
Need the Vikings to win.
Need the
here.
Vikings to win,
Huge.
man. Need
Fingers
the
crossed.
Vikings to win.
Yeah, I got the Vikings. Bengals Steelers.
Bengals.
I'm taking Bengals.
No question for me.
Yeah, Bengals, not even. Chiefs Chargers.
That's gonna
Injured
be,
prone Chargers.
Mhm.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs.
That would be a good game if there wasn't a million
Yeah.
injuries.
good game right here. Monday night, 49ers Cardinals.
Need the
Last
Cardinals to
weekend.
win. Need the Cardinals. And
I-
you know where this game is being played?
Where?
Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That's
in
pretty
Mexico.
cool. I
Monday night.
think it depends if Kyler Murray can get back. I think if Kyler Murray gets back, the Cardinals win, but I think if he doesn't, then the 49ers do.
I'm taking
Uh,
the Cardinals, to be honest.
Not
Not just
Murray's
because-
too busy playing Call of Duty right now. I think the Niners are just a better team.
Not just because I want the Niners to lose to help us out with the playoffs, but I think the Cardinals, could.
They're
coming off a
There's
win,
no
too.
home field advantage. You're in Mexico.
That's
Yeah, that's true.
That's whoever speaks the best Spanish.
That's it for Inside the Play today's Week 10 podcast and Week 11 predictions. I'm with.
Chris Knox.
And Aiden Marvashti.
Thank you guys for listening to our podcast. We'll be back for Week 11 news, and hopefully the Commanders win, and Chris will be very happy. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, subscribe, whatever, comment, and check out SHS Pubs. This is Eric Stanley. See you guys.